define the linear predictors, how to define the link function, what should be the method of estimation of parameters in binary logistic regression, how to identify whether the model is really good or not. We also perform the test of regression coefficient, test of subset of regression coefficient through deviance, and individual testing of regression coefficient through wall statistics as well as the test of subset of regression deviance, subset of regression using the deviance. We have also verify whether the whatever the models we have developed, it is really good or not based on the diagnostic checking of the residual. So there are three different residuals we have seen in the generalized linear models. One is a Pearson residuals, second one is Anscombe residual, and third one is a deviance
Deviance.
residuals. Nice. So based on these residuals, we can easily identify is there any outlier present in your data or not. So any one of the residuals, absolute value of these residuals exceed 3, we say that the tire point is considered the outlier. Now to detect the influential point, we require to have a plot of the difference in the betas versus leverage, difference in the delta versus leverage, and difference in the chi-square versus the leverage point. So to obtain the leverage point, first we have obtained the hat matrix, and ith diagonal element of the hat matrix, it is giving the leverage point. To obtain the difference in the beta, okay, we have used the concept of the studentized residuals, sorry, studentized residuals, and we have obtained the form of the difference in the beta. Similarly, we have obtained the difference in the chi-square and difference in the deviance. And we say that if any one of these statistics or any one of this measure exceed the 4, then we say that ith point is a influential point. So that is what we have seen about the binary logistic regression. So in binary logistic regression, we said that response is binary. So your y is taking value either 1 or 0. Okay, it is only 2. But what happen if your response has if your response
सर आपका स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
Yes, the screen is visible.
ठीक है, अब देख रहा है? So in
Yes,
binary
sir.
logistic
Yes,
regression,
sir.
we say that the response y has the binary response. It takes either 1 or it takes 0. But many times it happens that response having a more than one categories, more than two categories. Let us say 1, 2, 3, up to let us say capital J category. So response can take any one of the categories. Total categories are more than 2. So these are said to be a multinomial response. If it is a binary category, we call them as a binomial response. And it has a more than 2 category, we call them as a multinomial response. For example, if you are buying to the purchasing a new handset, when you go to the shop, there are several choices of the mobile phone is with you. Okay, you cannot buy all the mobile phones. You can buy any one of them. Okay, that how many people buy the first mobile phone, how many people have the choice of the second phone. Likewise, how many people have the choice of the jet brand of a phone. So that you can have the proportion, or you can say that the P1 is nothing but it is the proportion of the people who have opted the brand 1 phone. P2 has opted the brand 2, and P3 is nothing but the proportion of the people who have obtained the brand J. And when you make the sum of this, so it is giving the 1. So that means summation of J equal to 1 to capital J Pj is equal to 1. Okay. So in binary, if you write J equal to 2, what happens? It is converted into the binary response. It takes either value 1 or 2. It takes either 1 or 0. It is a binary response. Then multinomial response is transferred into the or converted into the binomial response. If there are two categories, that multinomial response is nothing but the binomial. If there are more than two categories, binomial response is extended to the multinomial response.
Multinomial.
So we are always interested to identify what are the factors which are responsible for the selection of a specific brand of a phone. Whether the gender of the respondent is responsible, whether the price of the phone is responsible, whether the features is responsible, whether the cameras, memories. So what are the factors which are responsible to decide the selection of a specific phone? And if I have the certain information about the X variable, whether we have information that the individual who is entered to buy a phone is the female and planning to buy the phone within the range of a 10,000 rupees, looking for the 4 GB memory, then what is the probability that she is going to buy the phone which has the brand 1, or similarly brand 2, brand 2. So likewise, we are always interested to find out this. Okay, so if you remember, in a binary logistic regression, we have written ln pi upon 1 minus pi. If it is only one regressor, then in this way. So how many equation we have? Only one. So when you have a binary logic equation, how many logic equation?
1.
It is only one.
One.
Okay. So
Yes.
if you have a two category, then we have how many equation?
2
One.
equations.
If we have a J category, then how many equations? J minus 1. If you substitute J equal to 2, you will have a one logic equation. So when you are talking about the binary multinomial logic models, it means that something you have to keep in the reference. Here you have a reference is probability of success with respect to the probability of failure. So you keep the one category as a reference. And that is how you have a J logic model. Sorry, one logic model. So in multinomial logic model, we will move according to the same direction. We will fix any one of the categories as a reference category. So whatever the models we are developing with reference to that categories which we have kept in the reference. So we will come to that part, how it works, what should be the form of the model, under which condition we can apply. So the basic concept is that when you have a multi-category response, we use the multinomial GLMs. So multi-response categories, several brands of phone, you have to opt any one. Several university are ready to give the admission, you have to select any one of. Okay, several examinations are there, competitive examination, whether you will which exam are you going to appear, so you have to opt any one. Okay, so likewise the things that you have to select and only one. When you go to the shopping mall by purchasing the perfume, you will not purchase all the perfumes. You will select any one of the perfume. Then what are the characteristics which are responsible for the sales of a specific perfume? So that we wish to identify. Again, this is the things. Similarly, if you have the money and if you wish to invest into the stock market, so there are 4 scripts. out of it has been said that you select one of the script. So which script are you going to invest, and what are the factors which are responsible for that? So what I mean to tell you that when you have a more than one choices, and from a several choice you have to select any one, not at least one, only one, then the response is said to be a nominal response, it is said to be a categorical response, or you can say it is a multinomial response. So we will generalize the logistic regression for the multinomial, because multinomial, I always say it is a nominal as well as the ordinal variable. So there are two types of the variables. We know that when response is categorical, it is nominal or it is a ordinal. If both have the more than two categories, these all belong to the multinomial response. Okay, they all belong to multinomial response. So multinomial response model is basically classified into the two parts. One is for the nominal and another is a ordinal response. But we will divide this, so therefore we will develop a two models. One model we will develop where the response categories are nominal in nature, and another models we develop when the response categories are ordinal in nature. Okay, so one is called the baseline logic models. It is a multinomial logic model, and second one is a ordinal logic models, or you can say that it is a cumulative logic models or odds proportional regression models. Likewise, there are several names are there. So we will see one by one when we come to that part. So first we discuss about the model for the nominal responses that use the separate binary logic models for the each pair of response categories. As I told you, you will keep one of the categories the reference category, and then you develop the model. Let us see, if I'm keeping the last category as a reference category, the last is the jth category. So my model is 1 versus j, 2 versus j, 3 versus j, 4 versus j, up to j minus versus j. So that means how many maximum models I can develop? I can develop maximum j minus 1 models, because there are j response categories. Okay, so and in another letter we will see that the model for the ordinal response that also use the logic, but they are said to be using the logic for a cumulative probabilities. In multinomial logic models, we are developing the logic for the individual probabilities, but when the response is ordinal in nature, we will develop a logic for a cumulative probabilities. I will tell you how we are working on that. Okay, so let us first focus on the nominal response. When response are nominals, we sometimes call them as the multinomial logic models or multinomial logistic regression models, or we call also them as a baseline category logic models. It is also known as a multinomial logistic regression. Okay, so let us say there are, when you say that if response is binary, so we call them as a dichotomous. ऐसा कुछ नाम सुना है आपने? Dichotomous or dichotomous. And when it is
Yes,
a more than two categories, we call them as a polytomous. So whatever the models we are developing here for a multi-category, they are also known as a polytomous model. So sometimes I may, or the people may ask you, what do you mean by the models, or the explain the models for the polytomous response. So polytomous response means it is a nominal response or it is a ordinal response. Both are response covered under the polytomous. If there is a no association, or there is no ordering property associated with the response category, then they are said to be nominal. But if there is a ordinal property associated with the corresponding category, then they are said to be a ordinal response. For example, uh, when you have the things is that whether the patient is cured or not, so it is a binary response. But the simultaneously, when you have the information that whether the what is the condition of the patient, whether the patient is uh, yet not improved, little bit improved, or improved. Okay, so this is said to be a response category where it is of ordinal in nature. Okay, so if you are looking for the, you are finding the blood groups, whether blood groups is B positive, B negative, A positive, AB, sorry, AB positive, AB negative, O positive, likewise. So they are nothing but it is purely a category. There is no connection between the blood category. But if you are talking about the injury, whether the injury is a minor, moderate, or severe, so of course there is a association between the categories. If you have the information about minor injury, then you can talk about the moderate and severe. So such data is said to be a ordinal. But both the data cover under the polytomous response and they are said to be multi-category model. Okay. So baseline category model is also known as a multi-category logic models for a nominal response. So how many possible pairs you can make of odd? So there are J category, so JC2, all possible. If out of J category, if you have to ask that select any two, then how many ways you can select the pair? It is a JC2 ways. Okay. But if you are making the model 1 with 2 or model 2 with 1, it is giving the same answer, only the change of sign. That's all. Okay. So there is no need to develop a model for the 1 2 if you have already the model with the 2 1 category.
Okay.
So in that way you can have how many categories are redundant? J minus 1. Redundant means it has no meaning. They are merged with the other category. Is that okay? Okay. In short, now we jump into the concept of a baseline category logic models. So if you remember, we said what we said in binary logistic regression, we said that pi is nothing but it is the probability that y takes value 1 given a value of x. Okay. But when you talk about the multinomial logic models, instead of pi, we say, let us say pi j. Pi j is nothing but a probability that the yi response or the y takes, not yi, will it have to be, y takes value or jth categories for a given value of x. Okay, so pi j is nothing but for a given value of x, what is the probability that the y takes the jth category or y falls into the jth categories? I told you, na, y takes value various category 1, 2, 3, up to jth category. So what is the probability that given a value of x, the y falls into the jth category where j is running from 1 to capital J. So that is denoted by the pi j. Okay. So this is what said that let pi j x is equal to probability of y equal to j given a value of x. So at a fixed setting of x for explanatory variable. So what is x? X is nothing but the explanatory variables. What Given a set of exploratory variables, what is the probability that the response y falls into the jth category? It is denoted by the pi jx. Okay. But we know that the sum of the probability is always 1.
Yes.
So here I say that j is running from 1 to capital J. So what is the probability? The summation small j equal to 1 to capital J, pi of j, here we call them x, okay, is it nothing but 1. The sum of the probabilities are 1. That means all the categories are mutually exclusive. These all categories are mutually exclusive. No, there is no overlapping. Okay. If the response falls into the one category, there is no chance that the respondent falls into other category as well. Only respondent has the choice to select any one of the jth categories. So, how many counts we are obtaining? So, because we have a jth category, so of course we can have the count for each category. That means number of respondents falls into the first category. How many respondents falls into the one category? How many respondents falls into the second category? How many respondents falls into third? And similarly, how many respondents falls into the jth category? So that means we have a count at the j categories of y, because what is your response? Response is y, and it is known as a multinomial probability with pi 1x up to pi jx. It means that if y takes the response category, let us say y takes the response in the first category, if I am denoting in them as a y1, then what is the corresponding probability? It is a pi 1. If y falls into the category j and the number of respondents falls into the category j, if I denote by the y2, then the corresponding probability is a pi 2. Likewise, yj, then the corresponding probability is a pi j. So y1, y2, yj are said to be a multinomial response. With corresponding probability pi 1, pi 2, and pi j. Okay. So let us write the logic models. Logic models pair for each response category with a baseline categories. Usually, we always write the last one or the most common one as the reference categories. So if we consider the last category as a baseline category, then my logic model is defined as a log pi jx upon pi capital Jx is equal to alpha j plus beta dash jx. So j equal to 1 to j minus 1. So 7.1 equation is nothing but it is said to be a multinomial logistic regression models. So this is the form of a multinomial logistic regression models. How many logistic equations are there? So it is a j minus 1. Why j minus 1? Because we have a j categories and we would like to describe it the category simultaneously. So we have a j minus 1 logic equations. Okay. So what is the, here you remember, here intercept for each category is a different, and the regression coefficient is also different. So that means given a value of x, you get the separate value of intercept and separate value of a regression coefficient for the each category. So if there are j minus 1 categories or j minus 1 logic, or if you say that j categories, so j minus 1 logics are there. So you can have a separate j minus 1 intercept term and separate j minus 1 regression coefficient term. Okay, so that you have to remember here. Suppose somebody say that no, I'm not interested to find out the let us say here they said the category A, B, and likewise, and last is the jth category. but I am interested to find out the logit model of category A versus category B. I am not interested with the J. So there is no issue. You can easily obtain the logit of the category A versus category B by using this particular equation. So if I'm interested that, I can write this as a this log pi A upon pi jx minus log pi B upon pi jx. Can I write? कैसे? तो ये log आप करो कैसे आएगा? पाई A अपॉन पाई J, ये माइनस है तो क्या जाएगा? पाई J ऊपर हो जाएगा एंड ये पाई B नीचे आएगा. So this is cancel out, so it is nothing but log pi upon pi B. So it means that if I am interested to find out the logistic equation of category A, what kind of the logic is changing of category A with reference to category B. So I do not require to run the separate models. I have already all the logic models. So category A versus J, that logic model is with me. Category B with J is with me. Just I will take the simple logistic scale difference. It is giving me this response. Okay. So there is no need that you should go for the study of a separate. Okay. Whatever the logistic equation you have developed, you can easily obtain from this. Is that clear up to here?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So again, let us add something. What I said, first identify response. So response in our setup, it is a multinomial. Multinomial and the or multinomial, or you can say that the polytomous. Okay. So if it is a polytomous, then I would like to see that whether the response category has any connection or not. If there is no response category has connection, they are purely nominal. And because the response categories are nominal and they are more than two, I wish to develop a model. So I will develop the models. It is known as a multinomial logistic regression. Because in a multinomial logistic regression, we will keep one of the category as a baseline category, and therefore it is also known as a baseline category logit model. Why logit model? Because transformation we are using the logistic transformation, so it is a logit model. If we substitute, so of course when we talk about the baseline logistic model, how we will define? It is defined, it is a log of pi small j given a value of x divided by pi of capital Jx is nothing but it is a alpha j plus beta j transpose x. If you have a more than one regression in x, how many categories are? Because there are j category, but we keep last category as a reference category, so it is a j minus 1 logit equation. Now, what is pi jx? So pi jx is nothing but it is the probability that y falls into the j category given a set of regressions. And because these all the categories are mutually exclusive, so sum of the probability is 1. Okay, and y1, y2, let us say yj are nothing but they are the number of people falls into the first category. Likewise, number of respondents falls into jth category, and the corresponding probability is a pi 1, pi j. So here you can see that how will you calculate the pi j? You can calculate the pi 1, pi 2, pi j. Okay. You cannot calculate the capital value of pi j. So capital pi j you are calculating is 1 minus j equal to 1 to j minus 1 pi j. Because how many logit equation you have? A j minus 1. So you can easily calculate the pi 1, pi 2, pi j minus 1 probabilities. So how will you obtain the probabilities for the last category? It is obtained by the capital pi j. Okay. Because there are j minus 1 logit models, you can see that in multinomial logistic regression, you can have a separate j minus 1 intercept and separate j minus 1 regression coefficients. Okay. Okay, so next the thing is that what is our aim? Our aim is to find out the estimate of these parameters. Okay, so how to obtain the estimate of these parameters? So as I told you that in a likelihood equation, you have to allow the alpha j and beta j into the likelihood equation. So how will you allow the alpha j and beta j into the likelihood equation? How will you allow? So you will allow the alpha j and beta j because you need know the form pi j upon pi capital J is equal to e power alpha j plus beta j dash x. So what is the pi j? Pi j is equal to pi capital J e power alpha j plus beta j dash x. Now I have to find out what is the pi jx. Okay, so I know that what I know that the summation j equal to 1 to pi j is equal, sorry, not pi j, summation j equal to capital J pi j लिख सकते हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So is equal to, from equation star, capital pi j is a constant. So I'll just take outside. So it is a j equal to 1 to capital J e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But what is this? As I told you, it is a 1.
One.
So
Yes.
1 equal to pi j summation j equal to 1 to capital J e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x. So what is pi j? Therefore, pi capital J is equal to 1 upon
Inverse of.
summation j equal to 1 to alpha j, sorry, j equal to capital J na?
Yes, sir.
Alpha j plus beta j dash x. Okay,
E raised.
and therefore,
Sir, e raised to alpha j रहेगा.
therefore, what is the probability of pi j? Pi j is nothing but e raised to alpha j plus beta j.
Hello, sir. E raised
Yep.
to 1 upon summation e raised to
1
alpha j. E raised to alpha j.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Thank you. This is the e power.
Yes, sir.
This is the e power alpha j plus beta j dash x.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So nice of you. Okay. So, but what is this pi j? Pi j is this. So it is the, yes. We require the pi j. So what we have obtained the pi j? Pi j we obtained this. So just we substitute that it is a summation 1 upon की जगह पे यहाँ पे डिनोमीटर में है तो 1 upon this summation e raised to alpha j plus beta j
dash
dash
j
x.
dash x.
If I, in a multinomial probability, if I am interested to obtain, it is j equal to 1 to j minus 1. So this is the formula to calculate the probability. Okay. Suppose if I will write this as this, pi j is equal to, okay, can I write in this way? I have obtained this form. Capital pi j is equal to what I have obtained? If I store alpha j equal to 0 and beta j, capital J, is equal to 0, what I will get? If I'm taking j equal to capital J, तो अल्फा j यहाँ पे क्या होगा? इसके ऊपर से देखते हैं. यहाँ पे देखो, पाई j लिखा है तो ऊपर कुछ लिखा है 1 है ना, तो 1 कब होगा? व्हेन अल्फा j एंड बीटा j क्या होगा? 0 होगा तभी 1 होगा ना कैपिटल पाई j में. तो अल्फा j इक्वल टू बीटा j 0, विच इम्प्लाइज आप क्या लिख सकते हैं? तो पाई j इज इक्वल टू आप ये लिख सकते हैं 1 अपॉन,
Yes, sir.
क्या लिख सकते हैं? 1 अपॉन
J हो जाएगा.
summation j equal to 1 to j minus 1 e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x, और फिर क्या आएगा टर्म? e raised to alpha कैपिटल j प्लस बीटा कैपिटल j लिखेंगे ना कि नहीं लिखेंगे?
ये सारे पार्ट समझा नहीं सर.
आप कंफ्यूज हो रहे हैं. लेट मी राइट अगेन. Okay, suppose in this setup if you write the, ये जो आप है इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x. डिनोमिनेटर में आप ऐसे लिख सकते हैं summation j running from 1 to j minus 1 e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x plus e raised to alpha capital J plus
लिख सकते
बीटा कैपिटल J dash x लिख सकते हैं.
लिख सकते हैं. Yes, sir.
ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
अब यहाँ पे आप मुझे बताइए, इफ आई एम राइटिंग स्मॉल j इक्वल टू कैपिटल J, और ओके ये मेरे पास इक्वेशन. दूसरा इक्वेशन मैंने निकाला है पाई कैपिटल J. पाई कैपिटल J में क्या है? इट इज 1 अपॉन j इक्वल टू 1 टू j माइनस 1. नीचे मैं ऐसे ही सिंप्लीफिकेशन करता हूँ, लिख सकता हूँ ना. कैन वी राइट कैपिटल पाई j में?
Yes, sir.
देखो क्या लिखा है, 1 अपॉन समेशन है तो मैंने वो लिखा.
Yeah.
अब यहाँ पे आप देखो ये 1 कब आएगा? व्हेन आई विल सब्स्टिट्यूट
J.
अल्फा कैपिटल J एंड बीटा कैपिटल J इक्वल टू 0, क्योंकि यहाँ पे कैपिटल J है तो ऊपर भी कैपिटल J आएगा, उस हिसाब से लिखने जाओ तो जस्ट ट्राई टू कंपेयर.
Yes.
तो अल्फा J एंड बीटा J की विरो क्या हुई? वैल्यू 0 हुई, इसलिए e पावर 0 क्या होता है? 1 होता है. तो दैट यू आर गेटिंग हियर. ओके,
Yes.
तो इसका मतलब है कि ये क्या हो गया है? 0, ये भी 0 हो गया, तो e पावर 0 क्या हुआ? 1. तो कैन आई राइट pi j is equal to 1 upon 1 plus summation j equal to 1 to capital J minus 1 e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x. Why? Because alpha capital J is 0 and beta capital J is also 0. लिख सकते हैं ना?
Yes, sir.
So in that setup, what is the probability? In that setup, the probability is pi j. Pi j is nothing but it is the probability that y falls into the z category given a value of x is nothing but e raised to alpha j plus beta j transpose x upon 1 plus summation j equal to 1 to capital J minus 1 e raised to alpha j plus beta j dash x. ठीक है, लिख सकते हैं.
Yes, sir.
So this is my pi j x. So anyhow, when I will write the likelihood, I have these probabilities with me because in a multinomial trial, when we write the likelihood, what happen? How many categories we have? The likelihood is nothing but the joint of how many category? Capital J category. Then it is a yi. Sorry, it is a
Pi J.
pi I. Pi I is the probability. So it is a pi I, pi j raised to yj. यही है. ये पाई प्रोडक्ट का है और ये पाई आपका प्रोबेबिलिटी का है.
Yes, sir.
मिक्स नहीं करना है. तो इसको
Yes,
आप ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं. j इक्वल टू 1 टू कैपिटल j माइनस 1 पाई j रेज टू yj. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? 1 माइनस समेशन j इक्वल टू 1 टू कैपिटल j माइनस 1 पाई j पावर सपोज देयर आर n ट्रायल, तो ये क्या होगा? n माइनस समेशन j इक्वल टू 1 टू j माइनस 1 yj. ठीक है, तो ये आपका हो गया. फिर इसका लाइक्लीहुड लॉग लाइक्लीहुड लो एंड पाई j की जगह पे आपके पास वैल्यू है वो सब्स्टिट्यूट करो, यू विल गेट दी एस्टिमेट ऑफ द पैरामीटर्स. तो वो हम आगे देखेंगे. बट इन शॉर्ट, फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव स्टार्टेड, फर्स्ट वी से दैट look at the response, whether they are multinomials or polytomals, yes, and the categories are nominal in nature, yes. Which model can be possible? Given a set of covariates, we can apply the multinomial logistic regression, and in this setup we keep any one of the category as a reference category. Usually we will keep the last category, so it is known as a baseline category logic model. How will you give the form of the baseline category logic models? It is a log of pi j. Here j is a small, so pi j x upon pi capital J is equal to alpha j plus beta j transpose x. And because how many categories? J's categories, and we are keeping the last category as a reference category, so we can have a how many logit equation? J minus 1 logit equation. And what is the pi j? So pi j is nothing but it is a probability that the y falls into the j category given a value of set of covariates. Y1, Y2, Yj are nothing but the number of respondents opt for the first category, second category up to falls into the jth categories, and corresponding pi 1, pi 2, pi j are the probability of the respondents falls into the one category up to jth category. So of course through this equation you can write this pi j upon small pi j is capital pi j equal to this and this. But I don't know the form of this. So to obtain this, I know that the sum of the probability is 1. So I'm just applying this, the sum of the probability 1 and summation lenge, but pi j is a free from the small j, so it is outside. So I'll take this, and because it is 1, so I can write pi j is equal to 1 upon this. So just substitute this capital pi j, pi capital J into the equation star, you will get the pi small j. So pi j is equal to e raised to alpha j plus beta j x upon this. Okay. And if you write the j equal to capital J, so this is the j equal to capital J. So this part is a 1. So alpha capital J and beta j is nothing actually a 0. So you can write the probability form is in the form. e raised to alpha j plus beta j से plus 1 plus summation j run from 1 to j minus 1 alpha j plus beta j dash x. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Any questions? It's very simple. Multinomial logistic regression model. First you have to understand the nature of variable. Once the nature of variable is in your hand, it is clear that response is multinomial, then we can apply the multinomial logic model. What is the another name? It is a baseline category model. How to write the model? Yes, we have written the form. Then how to obtain the probabilities? Yes, we have given the form of the probabilities. Is it necessary that always I keep the last category as a reference category? No, but we usually keep, but it is up to the users. If you feel that you wish to study the new treatment compared to the existing, so you have to give the existing in a reference category, because compared to existing, you have to take the decision. Okay, and you can take the binary logic of any two categories by just taking the logistic scale difference. So that is what I have given the example. If I am interested to find out the logic of the category A versus category B, so how to obtain? I have already obtained the logic of category A versus category capital J and logic of category B versus capital J. I just take the simple logistic scale difference. I will get the estimate of, or the model's logic of category A versus category B. So let us understand one example. In the following table, that is the table 7 point, it contains the data. This is the data of a study of factors influencing the primary food choice of alligator. Alligator means crocodile, kind of a crocodile. And I wish to study that what is the primary food choice of the alligators who is living in the lakes. So what the study is taken, they have taken the 219 alligators captured in 4 Florida lakes. So in Florida, there are 4 different lakes are there, and from that they have captured total 219 alligators. And what is the nominal response? So nominal response, your interest is that I wish to study the primary food choice. ठीक है, एलिगेटर्स को खाने के लिए क्या चाहिए? What are the food choices are there? So there are different food choices are given. Okay, so what are the primary food choice? So that is your variable. In what is the volume of the food? Okay, found in the alligator stomach. तो क्या किया उन्होंने? डिसेक्शन किया एलिगेटर्स का, और एलिगेटर्स के स्टमक के अंदर क्या फूड देखने को मिला, ठीक है, और उसका वॉल्यूम कितना था. तो दे हैड ए 5 कैटेगरीज ऑफ ए प्राइमरी फूड चॉइस. तो आप देखो रिस्पॉन्स क्या है, वाई इट इज ए प्राइमरी
Food choice.
choice. How many category? It is a 5 category.
5 categories.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the first category?
Fish.
Fish.
Fish,
Invertebrates.
reptile,
Bird and other.
So there are 5 categories of a primary food choice. So my response having a how many? 5 categories. Now the alligator wish to select any one of the categories. Either they take the fish, either they take the invertebrate, reptiles, birds and others. Let us say there are mutual exclusive. ऐसा नहीं कि fish भी खा लिया और bird भी खा लिया. अभी हम ऐसा समझ के चल रहे हैं कि they are or independent and the alligators select any one of the food. और वो कैसे पता चलेगा? एलिगेटर को पूछने जाएंगे आप कि भाई बाबा क्या खाते हो, आप बताओ.
No, sir.
तो उनको जब कैप्चर करने के बाद उसके स्टमक को देखा गया तो स्टमक के अंदर कौन सा फूड मिला, तो वो फिश था. तो दैट मीन्स दिस एलिगेटर हैज द प्राइमरी फूड चॉइस इज ए फिश. किसी को बर्ड मिला तो उसकी प्राइमरी फूड चॉइस क्या हुई? बर्ड हुई. लाइकवाइज. तो इन्वर्टिब्रेट्स के अंदर ये जो इन्वर्टिब्रेट बताया उसमें क्या है? एप्पल, स्नेल, एक्वेटिक इंसेक्ट एंड क्राइफिश. तो दे ऑल बिलोंग टू द इन्वर्टिब्रेट. बट हमें उसका फर्दर डिसेक्शन नहीं करना है, हम सिर्फ सिलेक्ट करते हैं कि आउट ऑफ 5 विच कैटेगरी दे बिलोंग। एंड रेप्टाइल के अंदर आपको टर्टल मिला है, ऑल्दो स्टमक contains the text of 23 baby alligators released in the lake the previous year. Okay. The other category consisted amphibian, mammals, plant materials, stones, others, and no food or any dominant type. So these are the further कि others में क्या लिया है उन्होंने, तो हम पकड़ के चल रहे हैं कि their primary food choice are this: fish, invertebrate, reptile, bird, and others. So how they have done? So they have captured the alligators from the 4 different lakes of Florida, and they have measured. So which lake? So they have considered the L as a one variable. It is a lake of capture. The name of the lake is Hancock Lake, Ocklawaha, Trafford, or George Lake. So there are 4 different lakes of Florida, and they have given the name. This alligator which I have captured from which lake? So either it is from Hancock, Ocklawaha, Trafford, or George. And then second variable they have measured what is the gender of the alligator, whether the alligator was a male or female captured element. So that is another variable. Third, they have taken the size of the alligators, whether the size is less than 2.3 meter and size is more than 2.3 meters. So here, if it is less than 2.3, we call them as a small, and if it is greater than this, we call them as a large. So how many variables they have captured? They have captured the name of the lake from where the alligator is captured. They have, after capturing, they have identified whether the alligator is a male or female. They have measured the size of the alligators, whether it is of a small size or a big size, and their study interest is that what should be the primary food choice of a alligators. Okay, so baseline category Lodgett's models can be investigate. The effect of L means lake, G means gender, and S means the size of the alligators on a primary food choice. Okay, so we'll come to the data. This is the data. There are, as I told you, that there is a lake. So of course, in a Hancock Lake, they have captured. It may possible that captured alligator is a male, maybe of a small size, maybe of a large size, maybe of a female, maybe of a small size, maybe of a large size. And in a Hancock, they have captured the alligators who is of a male and who is of a small size and whose primary food choice is fish. How many such alligators? There are 7.
7.
Okay. So what is meaning of that? Invertebrate. The one alligators which they have captured from the Hancock Lake, which is of a male and whose size is a small, and their primary food choice is the invertebrate. So how many such? So there is 1 alligator. Likewise. So this is where they have the data. Okay. Now if this kind of a data is given to you, so these are nothing but the frequency. So this nothing but it is a contingency table is given to you. Okay, nothing else. So how will you enter the data? When if you wish to analyze the data, what should be the way the data should be entered? So that is the question to all of you that you have to think. This soft copy of the book is already with you. This example I have taken from the grade C book, a categorical data analysis by grade C. Page number you can refer to the 268 and 269. You will get this. Okay. So हम यहाँ तक रखते हैं. Any questions? Anyone?
नो सर।
No, sir.
कल इसको थोड़ा आगे
No, sir.
पढ़ाएंगे या नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में इसको आगे बढ़ाएंगे.
नो सर।
Any questions so far? Anyone?
No, sir.